Hey everyone, we're doing a GoldenEye Elite.net speedrunning review for the whole month of October 2024. I'm going to start here. I'm just going to list off as many things as I can, going off the cuff here. Hopefully I don't miss too much, but I think it's more fun because it'll kind of remind me what's happened this month, kind of surprise me as well as everyone else. It's been a pretty good month. And happy Halloween, everybody. This is October 31st that we're filming this, obviously. So James Riley, aka Jimmy Billy, he got Bunker 1 Agent 18. So that's 1 second off of points. And then Nero got Bunker 1 00 135. Wish I Was Famous. Got some perfect dark times here. We're going to mostly be focusing on the GoldenEye stuff, though, per usual on this channel. Cyrus, aka CSGE, he started off the month with a Control Agent 401. That was kind of his start, as far as I am aware, to his Control October. That was on October 1st. So that's all October 1st. October 2nd, we got Nero coming in with the Bunker 100 121. And then, of course, the big time to talk about for this month is Ace got Train 00 147. So this is an untied world record. This is huge. Let's see here. Someone's knocking on the door. It's Halloween. It's probably some fucking kids wanting candy. Fuck them. Anyways. I don't got candy yet. But what I do have is I have an elite speedrunning recap for the month of October. So, oh well. So let's see here. Ace gets this Train 00 147. First run to use the Oro skip. Or not Oro skip, but the headshotting. We'll even look at this for half a second here. It's pretty important. The strategy here on 00, where you pull out your D5K and headshot Oromov from back here instead of charging in, killing the guards, charging in, and killing Oromov with the laser. He shoots and kills him. Henrik first did this on SA for the Untied, which Ace ended up tying. And then this is the first time that it's been used in a Untied world record, or any record, I guess, on 00 Agent. So yeah, this is the only Untied of the month. I'll spoil you there. So this is a big time to talk about. And yeah, so big stuff for sure. That actually puts Ace as the #1 train player right now. He's tied. Him and Henrik are tied on Agent and SA, and he is now untied on 00. So he has been playing for 121 off and on. I'm not sure how much more he's been going for that the past like week or two, but he definitely has been going for that. So that would be pretty cool as well. But anyways, so there's your untied of the month. Then Nero comes in with another couple increase. What is it? Time cuts on Bunker 100. Got a 119 and a 116. Still not worth points yet, but Cody Jake. Who is Cody Jake? C Jake 360. Honestly, I don't even remember this happening, but this is pretty insane stuff. He joined the Elite November 24, 2022. That's actually very interesting. Anyway, shout outs to Cody Jake. I guess this was right before I started doing the recaps. I started doing the daily recaps in the middle of this month. So anyways, he got a Train 00 109. That was worth 10 points when achieved. That's pretty great. Let me make sure I go through and mention what the points were worth when they were achieved. So here is points, what they're worth, and here's points gained on the right side. And, some of these things obviously might have changed now because bops are always happening. But anyways, Cody gets seemingly his first points. Yeah, his first points was on Train Agent. That's really incredible stuff. So shout outs to Cody Jake. Welcome to the recap. And then Gray Swanson got Surface 2 Agent 47. That's worth 56 points. Oh, that's Cubby. Okay, I was like, who the hell is this? All right. So Cubby comes in. This is a big month for Cubby. He's an upcoming player. He gets Surface 2 SA 47. And then he gets Bunker 2 Agent 21. I do remember this, actually. On the same day, he got Surface 247 and Bunker 221. That's humongous. On the same day, you get a 47. I think it was even like, yeah, this was like the next run after getting 47 on S2 Agent. That's crazy. So that's 56 and an 81 pointer. I mean, that's big. That kind of reminds me of, you know, when I was like a new player, just coming up and starting to have the times roll in, get some cool times on different levels. But like these are, I would never do this back then. I mean, S2 47 and a Bunker 221 like in the same day? No way. And then Joseph Tahan, aka Joe T. He got a Caverns Agent 102. It's worth 31 points. So shout outs to him for that. William Lyle, aka Stale Beeflet. It got Caverns SA 125. That's worth 31 points. I believe this is without the what do you call it? Without the, you know, cooked mine throw strategy. So I mean, not a bad time for not using the mine throw strategy. And then Cyrus came in with a Control Agent 400. So he's, you know, starting to get there on control, because the 401 is actually a pointless time record. He's 1 second off points. But the 400, he started to get into some points. So he got, I'm not sure if that was his first points. It was very well. Okay, maybe, yeah, I don't think that was his first points, but he was just about his first points. So good stuff. So that's going to be worth 15 points. And then Cody comes in hot with a Train Agent 107. So a 2 second cut. He had that 109. That was his first points ever, seemingly, at least. At least first point, or at least his only points on his page right now. And then he lowers it 2 more seconds, a 107. I mean, this is really crazy stuff for a new player, if you ask me. And I'm semi-qualified to talk about these things, Kappa. So here is, yeah, 33 points on Train Agent. That's all he's got on this page is worth points. I mean, it's wild. And then Josh Thompson, aka Dyna, got Aztec Agent 127. That's really good stuff. So that's worth 73 points. Aztec Agent is always a fun one, you know. People are, I mean, it's a horrible level, but it can be a cool level because people are always getting different times. Like, you could get 127 like 10 different ways nowadays. Like, the strategies keep coming out where you could just get a bad run with an insane strat, or an amazing run with a, you know, safe strat, or anything in between. It's pretty cool. And then Wish I Was Famous got another perfect arc time. Carb got another perfect arc time. This is a defense. CI is defense. So we got some defense going on. Cyrus. So now we're on the 6th of October. All right. So Cyrus back to Control October here. He got Control SA 418. And then he got 416. So he lowered it by 2 seconds the same day. And on that same day, Tommy, aka Eric DeMillan, got Control SA 410. So there you go. Everyone's playing Control now, right? Going hard. And then, let's see here. Gray Swanson, aka Cubby, again, gets a statue 00221. Just, you know, posting it, just making progress. Not necessarily points yet, but making progress. That's always good. This is 1 second off of points. 220 is the points, the point floor for SA and 00 at least right now. And then Cubby on the same day gets Damn SA 119, which is a solid time, 33 points. And I just want to shout out, like, even though these are times that I don't believe are yet on the proof board, which is the time, you know, times you need to have video proof for, he still is providing videos. You know, like all these times we're seeing just about. From what I can see here, they're all providing videos, even for times that are, you know, I would call them good times. I'll give them, you know, GG's, pats on the back, but they're not required to post videos, but people still are, and that's what you like to see. Get bonus points for that. Anyway, so yeah, so we had some control times, and then we had Cubby coming in, getting, you know, he's playing statue, he's playing dam, he's playing control. He gets control SA 415. So, you know, he cuts a few seconds there, he gains some good points. So he's on control now, all right? Matthew Pledge, which I believe is Retronomicon, yeah, so Matt P. He gets Archives SA 47. Sorry, Archives SA 57. And then Cubby comes in. Now we're on October 7th. He gets Statue SA 222. Okay, so, you know, making more progress on different levels. It's always good, honestly. When you're a new player, there's nothing wrong with having some times you grinding hard. Like maybe, for instance, Cubby, he's maybe going hard on control, but he's also kind of like learning other levels. Like, it's maybe not the best idea to completely split up grinds. You know, you can play things however you like, right? But just in recommendation for newer players, not necessarily the best idea to like, oh yeah, I'm going for this record, and I'm also going for this record, and I'm also going for this record, and I'm splitting up all these different times, you know, like, maybe not the best idea. But if you're like a newer player and you're coming up and you're like, all right, here's a level I'm keen on, I have my goal set down here for some like really good points, but also, you know, throw an hour of practice on this level, and you're going to post, you know, if you get a little PB, you post that, you're doing whatever. Okay, I'm learning this, kind of getting my muscle memory down for this, but then going back to this and then really going hard on this. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, and that's gonna, like, you're just gonna kind of keep getting better, you know. And if anything, that's almost better than just being a new player hyper fixating on one stage. Again, there's a lot of ways to make it to the top, but for me, I think the better you get, the more you're going for like really optimized records. You know, you're a top player. You should really be focusing in on a single level. And the newer player you are, you should be maybe like messing around different levels, taking certain levels very seriously, taking other levels just kind of like, you know, just learning the routes and playing them a little bit and getting a feeler for like, oh, is this a level I like? Is this a level I want to go hard on? So, you know, what Cubby's doing here is great. He's getting some mix of points and some mix of just little improvements, and he's happy to share it all. Anyways, so Nero comes in with the Bunker 100 114. So yeah, Nero's back, you know, making some progress on Bunker 100. Pretty close to points. I don't know what points is now, like 110, 111. Let's see here. Yeah, 111 is worth points. So, you know, Nero is getting close to points there. Not a bad time for sure. And then MYT. One of the old ones, but now semi-retired. Well, welcome to the recap. No idea who this guy is. But welcome back. He joined in 2013. So anyways, seems like he's a bit of a... Oh, Adam Miller. Oh, I've heard of Adam Miller. Anyways, shout outs to Adam Miller. It looks like he's on that Pelagic 2 grind. He's on that Perfect Art grind. And then Cyrus, so that's not worth points, but you know, he gets a little Perfect Art time. Cyrus comes in with a Control SA 413, so he's starting to make some progress. It's a 3-second cut from his 416 he got just a couple days before that. Cubby comes in with a Control SA 414. So right now, let's keep everything kind of in perspective. We have Tommy. Tommy's down here. Tommy's going crazy. He's going kooky. We have Cyrus, and we have Cubby. But they're all kind of, you know, Tommy was here, now he's going down here. And then Cubby was here, now he's going over where Tommy was, you know. And Cyrus is kind of in the middle. But they're all working their way down. It's pretty, you know, pretty cool to see. And then Wish I Was Famous got control, or defense special agent 122. That's worth some solid points. So Wish I Was Famous is going hard on Perfect Dark this month. Carter Lewis. Sire Dude 850. No idea who this is, but let's see when he joined here. Joined a little while ago. Anyways, he's keen on GoldenEye again, looks like. So he comes in, he gets Surface 2 SA58. See what the comment says here. I finally got this under a minute. Mom, are you proud of me? I'd say she's proud. Why wouldn't it be? I'm getting word in that this is not showing LTK. So what we're gonna have to do is pull up LTK and make sure that we're going through and shouting out the LTKs as well. So right now we were on October 8th. So let's catch up real quick for LTK. We have October 5th. OC gets some Perfect Dark LTK stuff going on. October 7th, Sean John gets Train DLTK 4713. So solid time. At least, you know, a completion, that's for sure. It didn't take him a whole hour. That's, you know, at least there's that. But you know what this is huge is this got Sean John actually not only all 40 out of 40 completes, you know, doing all 20 LTK levels and 20 DLTK levels for GoldenEye. That's huge already. He also does all the 123 or whatever the hell it is, because there's no, not 20, because Perfect Dark is going to be like 40. Gonna rely on chat here. 82. We have 82 out of 82. So there's Perfect Dark included. Yeah, because that makes sense, because there's 40 levels plus the 2 dual. So yeah, so 42 Perfect Dark, 40 GoldenEye. That's huge. So 82. Anyways, big stuff there. I'm not sure, maybe I can rely on chat for the statistic here, but I'm not sure what that makes him. I think that makes him like the 11th to complete all LTK and DLTK for GoldenEye, which is huge. And maybe I would gander that makes him like the 5th or something for all of Perfect Dark and GoldenEye LTK and DLTK. Something like that. Anyways, now let's go back here really quick. Let's see here. So, anyways, back to October 8th for regular mode GoldenEye. Covey got Control SA 413. So now he's tied Cyrus for at least a short time here on Control SA. That's huge. And then Gray Swanson, also Covey, comes in with Streets Agent 113. So on the same day, he gets Control SA 413. That's worth some good points. And then he gets a nice little Streets Agent 113. Again, he's able to get some times worth points on different stages and times not worth points on other things that he's clearly like learning and not really messing around. I wouldn't say like a statue 221. That's not like just messing around learning the level. That's just like, you know, you just haven't fully grinded out, put in all the hours to get all the luck and the run to come together to get good points. But that's not just like messing around with like a 235. Like, no offense to anyone with like a 235 or 230, but that's not just messing around. You know, he is really improving on all these stages. So I have here a little spreadsheet of the people that have beat here's all the DLTK masters. So we have, for rare, that means Perfect Dark and GoldenEye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Sean John was the 7th player to beat all of DLTK for the elite, basically. You know, GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. So pretty insane stuff. Cool little spreadsheet there. Thank you for that, Flickr. Anyways, I'm trying to not rely on chat too much for this, or trying to not interact with chat too much. This is more of like a YouTube video that I'm streaming live for everybody. But just like when, you know, other people have done GoldenEye live streams about stuff like this, it's good to have chat coming in and giving you a little bit of help. So that sort of stuff I'm highly responsive to. Anyways, so on the same day, we get Cyrus coming in with a Control 00419. So sub 420, right? Worth some decent points here. And then the same day, or no, the next day, he gets a 3-second cut, Control 00416. All right, that's huge. And then Tommy comes in with a Control SA 408. That's amazing. Control SA 408, right? That's sub 410, skip the 409. That's massive stuff there. Then Cyrus comes in with a Control SA 412. So he's getting down close to the sub 410, you know. Joe T gets a Caverns Essay 133, so he's working on Caverns Essay. Nero gets a Silo 00 234, so he's working on Silo 00. Cyrus gets a Control Essay 411, so getting real close to that sub 410. Wish I Was Famous gets another Perfect Dark time. He's working on that defense PA. Cubby gets Control 00418. So he gets the sub 420 himself. So he's playing a little bit of catch up. But again, he's getting points on these other levels. So, you know, that's no disrespect to him to be, you know, playing catch up on Mr. Tamillion or Mr. Schmidt. Because he's also out here getting Streets 113s and shit like that. So we're, you know, we're all working our own pace, right? Nero gets a Salad 00206. B-Rose gets a Damn 00209. Cyrus gets a Control SA410. I mean, he's going a second at a time right now. I mean, I know how that goes. Sometimes it just, you keep getting 1 second. You know you can get like a 5-second cut. But you keep getting 1 second. It's like, man, where's my skip at? But still going down, you know, you can't, even though you know where your goals are and where your capabilities are, you have to appreciate, you know, it's all about the journey, not the destination. That's what we tell ourselves after we get the destination pop off. Anyways, but yeah, so then moving on, we get a little this MIT guy comes in with some more Perfect Dark times. On the 11th, Jonathan Barron, aka Blue Khakis, gets Runaway Agent 22. I think that's just like a system record here. Yeah, just a little JP dupe with look down nades, but it shows up on here. And I will be going over, if I can spot them, I will definitely mention if someone gets like a PAL world record or like a PAL untied or like a very special system world record. That means a lot to me. So anything that means a lot to me, I'm happy to, you know, throw out there. But a JP dupe, I mean, I'm mentioning it because it's there and I'm talking about it right now, but I'm just saying this isn't anything insane, right? It's just a little bit of practice, and you'll find out why later. Tommy comes in with a Control 00411, so he's now very close to the sub 410 on Control 00. Cyrus gets the Control SA 408, so this is a huge time. So Cyrus was able to, he was playing catch up with Tommy. He ends up skipping from 410 down to 408. He gets his skip, lands on a really good time. That's insane for a new player. I mean, if you just want my opinion, again, I want to come at this spewing the information mostly unbiased, but then kind of give you like a top player insight, or at least from my perspective and opinion. I would say like a Tommy getting a 408 on Control SA, that's great. You know, he's a great player. He has times like that are pretty cooked though. He has Facility 43, right? Yeah, he has Facility 43. So, I mean, Tommy's turned into a great player. But even him, seeing someone like that go down and bring it down to a Control SA 408, I'm like, that's great, you know. Anything in those sub 410 range, that's good stuff. And then you got a Cyrus getting a Control SA 408. Like, that is remarkable stuff. Like, that is, I wouldn't have dreamed about that. Even with the new strats and all that stuff, whatever's come out, I wouldn't have dreamed about that as you know, in the same time span that he's been a player. So this is really good stuff. Just to put that in perspective. Carter Lewis, the Sire dude again. He got a Frigate Agent 27. Cyrus got Control 00414. Again, worth some good points. 413, 412. Back to the 1 second cuts, but I mean, this is great, right? This is still 3 seconds cut into 1 day, even though there was no like skip. So yeah, he's at a 412, good stuff. B-Rose gets Damn 00208. By the way, all these control times you're seeing a lot of Jim Bops, you're seeing a lot of Goose Bops. Like, that's what you like to see. We like to see Jim Bops, we like to see Goose Bops. So for no good reason. This is, for me, it's always like an important thing to mention. B Rose gets the damn 00208, so he gets a little second cut there. Not worth points yet though. Red Screens gets Train Agent 106, so he's you got a second cut there. He's starting to get some points going. Matt P gets a Jungle Agent 53, so there you go. He gets a second cut. He gets some points on Jungle Agent. Joe T gets Caverns SA 132, and then Cubby gets Control SA 412. This is now he's getting close to sub 410. This is a good time right here. 412, 51 points. This is solid. So Cubby's, going at it on Control. James Nero's is my homie Nero here. He gets Silo 158. Joe T gets Caverns SA 131. So he's just trying to work down the Caverns SA, as you can see here. Carb gets the Crash Site Agent time. That's worth 66 points. So as Alka said in chat earlier, Carb's kind of making a name for himself in Perfect Dark. So there you go. There's a Perfect Dark, player saying that Carb is making a name for himself. So that's good. It's hard for me to put in perspective because I'm not a Perfect Dark player, but I could see that it's worth points. It's killing it. So Wish I Was Famous gets another defense time. Keeps lowering that. We're 69 points. Probably the best number in the game. And then Joe T gets Caverns SA 128. So again, just really working down that Caverns SA time. James Riley, another Bunker 118. Looks like that was a dupe. But it was a system record for him. Sam Pinder gets a Silo SA 127. Brings back good memories of me working at Silo SA as just a total noob, just kind of running around and randomly turning that into like a 111. Like I was messing around trying to get sub 2 minutes and just trying to survive without body armor and all that sort of stuff. And then just eventually I just started getting down. So it gives me good memories of back then, just kind of like, honestly, as a new player, it's not easy to just play Silo SA and just like, it's almost like such a chaotic hard level to survive at that, like between 120 to 150 type of time, because you're not really sure what you're doing. So it's honestly cool to see a player trying to play that. Like I wouldn't say this is dicking around, like a statue 00 like 135, to bring back that example. I would say that's kind of dicking around. It's like you're obviously not going for Trev shot, you're obviously not really optimizing lines, you're just kind of messing around, trying to search for any and every FR, and you're just you just post it, whatever, you're just kind of like playing for like one run, trying to get one decent FR. But this is like actually like involving a lot of skill and a lot of like craziness, and it's like just as hard as anyone else trying to get like a 119. That's how I look at that. Carb comes in with another time worth points, Chicago Agent 15. That's an Ari Bop actually, for a little lore out there. I had 16. Although 16's worth 0 points now. And then Will comes in with an Escape SA and Escape PA time. So these are huge times. These are second place times. So it's worth mentioning for sure. Even though, again, trying to keep it mostly GoldenEye related, but this is like big stuff because Will is like the Perfect Dark champ. So I want to shout that out. Cubby gets Control SA 410. So 1 second off of the sub 410 right there. But that's a 2-second cut, and that's a great time anyways. That's a Jim Bop. That's a Goose Bop. Actually, I think those are ties. I think they have 410. But anyways, I mean, that just shows you, though. I mean, tying Goose and Jimbo as a new player just kind of casually, it's pretty sick. NV, welcome back to NV again. NV comes in with the P2 Agent 45. So NV was gone for a little while. He's like a cool little Perfect Dark player. He's kind of underground little Perfect Dark player. I don't know, joined like 2020 or something like that, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 2019. So he's come back. It's good to see old faces come back. And then this Sire Dude guy comes in again with Frigate SA 117. That's not bad, actually. It's not bad at all. And then Cyrus gets Control 00411. So he's really working at that control, really trying to get the sub 410 on 00. I kept trying to push him for that. So he's making his way down. Lake Demon comes with a Escape Agent 218. I mean, I don't even know, like, I think that this was... Well, it was posted on NTCJ. I mean, is he back? If he's back, welcome back, Lake Demon, because I haven't seen that dude in a long time. But anyways, so let's see here. So it seems like maybe Lake Demon came back and got system records, or maybe he just decided to just, I don't know, just post whatever. Or like, it's hard. All I'm confused about is it's hard to know if this is like Yoris or something coming back in and posting things after the fact. But anyways, Tommy got Control 00409. Oh wait, yeah, here, let's go with that. So Tommy got Control 00409. He got the sub 410. This is huge news. Sub 410 on SA is already pretty cool, but on 00, that's actually like really commendable. So yeah, that's huge bops there. That was a 2-second cut actually. So Tommy's officially killed it on Control. Almost on the leaderboards, like when it comes to the leaders. Almost there. Let's go back here really quick. We have to catch up now on LTK stuff. All right, so I got confirmation Lake Demon posted that stuff himself. Anyways, so Sean John on October 8th got train LTK 33, and this made him 5th place on the LTK rankings here. Let's double check this for point ranks. Yep, 5th place. So barely bopping Flicker. But yeah, so he's 5th place on LTK rankings. That's really cool. And then the most insane thing, well, there's a couple of most insane records for DLTK for this month, but Boson came in with a Silo DLTK 645. I mean, sub 7 minutes was already absolutely insane, and that was held by Blaze, which achieved that last year actually. That's crazy. The end of last year, so almost a year ago. That's crazy. And then Boson comes in and lowers that record by 11 seconds, claiming back his record here that he had. And yeah, that's amazing stuff. Silo DLTK 645. You really gotta watch that run. Like, people, you gotta watch that run. You know, if any of these runs are standing out to you, I mean, obviously you should watch the Ace run, the Untied. You should always be watching the Untieds, but yeah, definitely watch this run here. And then going back, I hope you guys are more enjoying the chaoticness of how I'm reviewing this, instead of it being a detriment that I'm like so unprepared or whatever. I'm intentionally unprepared here. I think it's more fun. And then so Gray Swanson, aka Cubby, gets Control 00415. So now he's lowering it down here. Pretty sick stuff. Carb gets 3 more times here on Perfect Dark. 2 of them worth points. He had Ward 27, Ward 26, so he's at 54 points. Only 2 seconds off the record. Then here we go. Jimmy Billy gets the Bunker 1 Agent 17. He does get his 17. Awesome stuff. So James comes in with a heavy hitter. That's, you know, just a classic time you want to see. And then Matt P gets Jungle SA 102. So Matt P had got his Jungle 53 on Agent, and now he's working towards a Jungle SA sub 1 minute, which would be amazing. Joe T gets Caverns SA 127. That's actually worth 5 points. I'm not gonna lie. I did not remember like that being worth points at the time. I probably did a review on it too, like a recap on it. Anyways, I forgot that was worth points, but that's pretty cool. I mean, he got points on Caverns SA. Good stuff. Sam Pinder got Silo SA 124. So again, now he's getting closer to the points there. Getting closer to the sub 120, which anything sub 120 in my opinion is solid on Silo SA for a newer player. Lake Demon comes in with a little system record for him. Sire Dude with Frigate 00125. See what he says here. I literally got this on my first try and I'm really happy with it on my birthday too. Well, happy late birthday to Sire Dude. And good stuff. 1 try. I mean, even a time that's not super optimized, to have them all escape, all the hostages in one try, it's pretty cool. Here we go. October 20th, 2024. Matt P gets Jungle SA 58. That was, I remember this was important because it was right after I was helping him out. I stepped out, and then he just freaking nails a 4-second cut, gets 58. And then the next, I think it was technically like the next day, like, yeah. It was like technically like the next like session. Like this wasn't just like the same session, but next session he gets Jungle SA 57. So we were already hyped about his 58. And he gets us 57. I mean, just amazing stuff. So yeah, he's at 57, which is sick. And then here's me. I got Bunker 1 Agent 16. That's the only time I'll spoil it. It's the only thing I really played for this month, much of. And it's the only thing I got. I was playing a little Control earlier this month, but I just I retired. I gave up. So yeah, Bunker 1 Agent 16. This is important because it was my worst time on my page for points wise. So I gained 18 points. That's really big for, you know, I'm in second place in the point ranks right now. So like 18 points is huge. I'm happy with a 2-point, 3-point gain on levels. So good stuff. Probably never going to lose any points on this level. Probably no one's getting 15. And the big thing, you know, I'm not going to talk about myself too much here, but the big thing for this that is important is I tied Clemens on the time rankings. A lot of people say, yeah, points or whatever, but it's kind of arbitrary. The time rankings is really how you gauge, you know, who the best is and whatever. Well, I tied Clemens for second place on the time ranks. So if I beat him by another second somewhere, I'll be in sole second place. So if I go around telling people I'm second place in GoldenEye or whatever, it's like, you know, the casuals will be like, oh, that's kind of cool. But the pros will be like, yeah, it's second place in points. It doesn't mean anything. Well, now I could say just second place. That's time ranks included. So I'm definitely second place. I'll say that much. Now, just to humble myself, that doesn't mean I think I'm the second best player in the game. It's just, that's where I am right now. I'm ranked second, you know, on everything except for, I guess, world record count. So there you go. Second, it's a cool way to get up there on the time ranks by getting a world record. Only normal world record I've gotten for this year, by the way. I mostly played LTK and DLTK for the first like 6 months of this year. And then Mammal got Train SA 132. So that's worth 44 points. That's solid. Lee Cullen came in, posted a bunch of times here. Let's just see what's like the most impressive to shout out. Facility Agent 55, you know, he's getting down there. He's trying. Looks like a new player coming in, just playing a bunch of levels, doing his thing. I mean, he's posting videos for him. You got to give him props for that, right? Look at this. It doesn't even look like it's not even bad quality. It's not even like old school Irie videos, like filming with your cell phone on the TV or whatever I used to do. And then Saturday gets Statue Agent 229. So hey, at least he gets sub 230. Yeah, so he hasn't gone for the trap shot yet, which actually, although not going for the trap shot makes the level like pretty easy to play and all that. 229 is not a bad time for a new player going in and no trap shot 229. That's actually like kind of optimizing the level, which is good. Cyrus Control 00410. So there you go. He gets 410. Not quite getting the sub 410. I'm just going to spoil it. He hasn't got it yet. He might get it in the next 5 hours, which would mean he would just barely miss out on this review, but still get it in the month of October. But I'll just say, Cyrus had a great October control push, and he's going to keep pushing through even November. So shout outs to him. Keep it up. Happy to see that. So 410 is great. It's not the sub 410, but it's very arbitrary at the end of the day, like 409, 410. I mean, 410 is amazing stuff. So anyways, wish I was famous. So where's that leave us? That leaves us at Tommy and Cyrus tied on Control SA at 408. Tommy at 409 on 00, and Cyrus at 410 on 00. But that's great stuff. It's been a great battle for sure. And they're not even looking at it as a battle. But it's been a fun one to watch. Which I was famous got another defense PA time, getting all the way down to 136. That's worth 80 points, so that's got to be solid. Jimmy Billy got Surface 2 SA54. That's worth 7 points. There you go. More points on the board, actually, for Jimmy there. And then Akady gets a Bunker 1 Agent 17. Seems like that's just like a system record. I think he's playing for 16, actually. He may be playing for 16. He's a very underground kind of player, kind of in the shadows. But yeah, it seems like maybe he's just got a little dupe. Maybe he's playing on JP now. And then Jimmy Billy got Surface 2 SA53 worth 35 points. So there you go. Got the 54, and then the next day he's like, no, I can get the 53 though. So he gets the 53. Great stuff. And Cubby gets Control 00 413. So now Cubby's still working down the control. Scanning up a little bit. Seems like that's the last time he got in control. So yeah, he ends it. He ends his 00 at 413. That's great though. That's amazing stuff. I mean, Control 00, very hard level. No matter all the strats that come out, still it's going to be a very hard level to play. For anything, you know, sub 415 is going to be difficult. A lot of things making that difficult. So good stuff. Stale Beeflet gets Egypt SA 48. That's worth 25 points. So there you go. Got some points there. Blue Khakis gets Runaway SA 22. I haven't seen that time in a while. You know, a lot of the good players just already have the time. So it's a time you don't see too often, but this is a huge time to get. It's really nice to have that out of the way. So he gets that. He also had the first 22 fail with only 4 boosts on SA, which is actually pretty crazy in and of itself. So that's pretty crazy. But he ended up getting this. I think it was a 5 booster. It was only like, really is truly like 4.5 booster. But anyways, so very good stuff. Blue Khakis is definitely killing it. Matt P gets Archives SA 56, so it seems like he's kind of getting close to maybe getting some points on Archives SA. Cubby gets Statue SA 221, so he's at a PTR, you know, 1 second off points on SA and 00 now. That's where that leaves us. And then this is the Luge gets Surface 1 SA 150 with 49 points. Solid stuff. You know, the Luge, kind of more an OG player, and he just kind of these days he just plays for fun. Seemingly just kind of picks the controller when he wants to, and just maybe I'll play for this, maybe I'll play for that. But hey, he gets pretty good time out of it, so good stuff. Cubby gets some Perfect Dark Times, and not worth points, but he gets the Perfect Dark Times. Last night, Sean John gets Runaway 0035, nearly a 34, but regardless. That's a huge thing there. You know, it's a ace bop. That's a clem bop. That's worth 30. That's worth 72 points, and he was a 4-second cut for him. So that's a big skip. That's awesome to see. So yeah, a bunch of more PD times from Cubby. Seems like now it's saying Cubby. That's interesting. So I guess he changed it, so now it just says Cubby instead of Barry Swanson. So sorry for doxing you earlier, Kappa. And then Deep Darkness gets a Mayan SOS time and an invest time. So that's worth 15 points and 4 points. So he's getting some low point times on Perfect Dark, but some points nonetheless. I'm getting word that GoldenEye always shows the real name and Perfect Dark always shows the alias. That makes sense. So that's what we have for normal mode, and then we also have for LTK, going back, we had some OC was posting some LTK Perfect Dark times, and then here we go. This was just posted, hot off the press. I still see the steam dripping off of it. Therm gets Train DLTK 940. 9 minutes and 40 seconds to beat Train DLTK. That's crazy. 59 seconds cut for himself, so that's like almost a full minute cut. And he had the record for a while. Then he lost it due to Raging Clownfish lowering it. So he shouts him out here because sometimes we need a little competition to get something insane, you know? Well, here we go. Therm decides it was at like low 10 minutes. It was at 10:22, so pretty low because it was like he did some super YOLO things. He didn't do everything perfectly. There was some time loss, but he did some crazy YOLO things where you look at it. And before, we all kind of thought that sub 10 minutes is like never gonna happen, or was like that was like a pipe dream, right? Especially a couple of years ago, people would be like, "No, that's not happening." But you know, people were pushing things. Therm pushed a lot, and then Raging Clownfish was like, "Well, I'm gonna like YOLO the fuck out of some things that no one's ever really contemplated YOLOing, but then I'm also gonna take some other things a little bit more safe." So he ended up getting it sick untied, but it was like, well, if I did what he did, this crazy stuff, but I also YOLO'd this other parts more that I've already been YOLOing, I mean, sub 10 minutes is like bound to happen. So that's exactly what Simon does here. He lowers it by what? Is that a 40-second cut? Is that a 42-second cut? Am I reading this right? I mean, that's absolutely insane. Look at this. So now the total on DLTK is sub 115. We're at 114.56. And this has been lowered down to we're in the 148s now. This must have been at low 149, right? Now he's lowered this down. The combined time for LTK and DLTK is at 148.24. We're like close to we're close to sub 147 now, which is crazy. And the funny thing is that Blaze had mentioned I was going pretty hard on LTK and a little bit on DLTK earlier this year for the first 6 months. I got a lot of untieds. I was mostly getting those optimized times, right? Those like 1, 2, 3 second cuts. And then I lost my train of thought. Blaze got like a couple of crazy times too earlier this year, right? But Blaze kept telling me, he's like, I really want to get more time cut. I think last year we had about like a minute 30 or something around there cut from LTK to DLTK, and he's like, we could definitely beat that. Like I'm gonna, and I'm like looking at him like, I mean, I don't know how many more 1 second cuts I can do, and it's not even helping that much. Like it's helping and it's great, and I optimized LTK and I'm proud of it, and it's good stuff. And I think I got like maybe, I don't know if I got like, I can't remember if it was like 12 seconds or 19 seconds or something like that, but I got, maybe it was like 18 seconds. I don't know. I got like a decent amount of time cut, but still that's nowhere close to like a minute 30. And he gets some time cut, you know, maybe like 20 seconds cut from like a controlled DLTK or something. But we're still looking at it like, I'm looking at it like, how do you think we're gonna cut? Like DLTK is like LTK, DLTK, it's killed, man. I don't know how we're gonna get, you know, there still is more to do, but I don't know how we're gonna get like a minute 30 cut or more. Well, Therm just did 40 seconds. If my math's correct, if assuming I did like nearly 20, Blaze did nearly 20, and then Therm, and I'm pretty sure that this other thing had already happened as well. This was earlier this year. The train DLTK at 10:22. So this was already like more time. I'm pretty sure that now we have like done exactly what Blaze said could be done, and then plus the 11 seconds from Boson earlier this month. So now we absolutely, definitely have surpassed. We might be at like 2 minutes cut off DLTK this year, which is crazy. But yeah, I was just like, I don't know, man. I was kind of burnt out of it. I kind of want to get back to normal mode. And I was like, well, I've done my part. You know, I cut like 18 seconds or whatever it was. But it still didn't feel like it felt like a lot, but it didn't feel like a lot. Because in DLTK, you know, Blaze did that. What I did, what took me doing that on like 10 levels, he did it in 1 level, you know. He did it in like 1 single swoop. Like the same amount, or like more than the amount of time I cut the whole 6 months. So anyways, this is kind of funny to look back on because I was doubting Blaze. I was like, I don't know how we're going to do this. But, you know, Blaze, Therm, Boson, they made it happen, you know. Sometimes you got to make it happen, Captain. So, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good stuff. So there's your LTK catch up. And yeah, that just happened 2 hours ago. That was just posted. So, DLTK, it's definitely been the year of LTK and DLTK. I mean, it kind of fell off. Oh yeah, also shout outs, Cordy had helped a little bit on, who's calling me? Hello? Yeah. Oh, I hate when they know your name. Oh my god, but it's just like a fucking volunteer. I was like, what? Anyways, this is falling off the rails, but shout outs to everybody for October Elite Speedrunning. This has been amazing stuff, hasn't it? Very proud of everybody. It's been a long video here, but I'm sure that people are going to appreciate watching it. And thanks to everyone for tuning in the stream. Thanks for everyone for watching. I'm going to keep doing the daily recaps, but I'm also going to be doing these monthly recaps, just kind of off the cuff, just kind of running through. So, you know, if you don't see yourself making it onto certain things, try to get your times, because you'll at least see it on the monthly recap. And yeah, and remember how this goes is I'm pretty much going through everything on the monthly recap. On the daily one, if there's nothing going on, I'll shout out whatever I can get my hands on, whatever I can get our eyes on, I'll shout it out. If there's like 5 crazy GoldenEye times though, and then a bunch of people posting, you know, random, you know, little time cuts or whatever, I'm gonna mention like the 5 important ones. In the future, they're gonna make YouTube Shorts 3 minutes, which will definitely change my pace, as opposed to having to do everything within 1 minute. But still, it's just kind of like, depending on how busy that day is, how much activity there is on the Elite, I prioritize the bigger things over the smaller things. But eventually, when it comes to the monthly things, everyone gets their shout out. And you know, it don't matter who you are, you're getting shouted out. Don't matter what you did, you're getting shouted out. All right. You guys gotta just put in your work. And hopefully, you know, you fall in love with the games like we all have, and you know, make it on there. You get your name up there. So anyways, GG's to everybody. Much love. See you guys for another recap. Cheers.